Hello and welcome to a new episode of Review. Today we will take a closer look at a Boeing 737-700 from Tarom. And as always we start with the box, and here we can see we have the cutout so we can get a glimpse of the aircraft inside. Furthermore, we have the Tarom branding here on the top. Now if we look at the back of the box, we can see we have a very nice image of the aircraft itself. We can also see that it is a limited edition, and then we have been provided with a link by Herpa where we can get more information about the aircraft itself. So let's take a closer look inside. And here she is, the Boeing 737-700 in the special 60 years anniversary colors of Tarom. Tarom is the flag carrier of Romania and is a member of SkyTeam. Now let's take a closer look at this very nice aircraft. But before we go deep into details with this aircraft, it's worth mentioning that this aircraft comes with a stand. And if we then take a closer look at the back of the aircraft, and here as always we start with the vertical stabilizer, we have this 60 years anniversary logo on top of the normal Tarom branding. Then of course we also have the Romanian flag, the full registration code and the aircraft type specification on the fuselage. Now if we move from the back of the aircraft to the front of the aircraft, we can see the writing of Tarom, and we also have the name of the airline in Romanian. Then we do of course also have the SkyTeam branding, and just under the cockpit window what I assume will be the name of the aircraft, but I'm not 100% sure. If you know exactly what this says, please let me know in the comment section below. But we have a lot of details on this aircraft, actually astonishing how many details they managed to get on this aircraft. Especially, for example, here if you take a look at the landing gear in the front, where we also have the last letter of the registration code. But the list goes on and on, because not just the details of the aircraft itself are great, but also all sorts of markings have been included on this aircraft. And what we also have here, which is quite rare for Herpa Wings, is actually, although it's only painted but still very nice to have, the landing lights here just on the edge of the wings. And in fact the wings themselves also look absolutely amazing. Now if you take a look first here on the underside, very nicely detailed, including the full registration code of the aircraft, but the upper side of the wings are spectacular. We have all the nice details we need, we have all the markings, we have the emergency exit markings, we have the markings on the wing as to where you can stand on the wing, and this is a detail that Herpa Wings tends to neglect, but it's awesome that they have added it on this aircraft. Now with all these nice markings and details, of course we shouldn't forget the doors to the cargo compartment, and they have of course also been added. And then my favorite detail, it has to be the winglets on the aircraft, where we also have the Tarom branding printed on. Now for me this aircraft model shows really what Herpa is capable of doing with an aircraft like a 737 in a scale 1 to 500 when they really want to do something special. The amount of details physically and printed on is awesome, and you have to wonder why they wouldn't do that every time. And with that we have reached the end of today's episode. Now if you have enjoyed, feel free to leave a like, or if you're new around here, why not hit subscribe? That would be absolutely awesome. And don't miss out on the next episode of Review, where we'll take a closer look at an Airbus A330-200 in the colors of Air Berlin. Now until then I would like to say thank you very much for watching, hope to see you soon again. I'm checking out, and bye. Now hang on for a minute. Review is getting close to its 100th episode, and that is why I have decided to give you the choice of deciding which aircraft model we take a look at for the 100th episode of Review. Would you like to see an airline that I've never made a review of? A Boeing 747-400 old generation aircraft model from Korean Air. Now maybe that's not to your liking, you prefer a new generation aircraft model but with a little bit of history? How about a Boeing 747-8i in the retro colors of Lufthansa? Still not the one for you? How about an old generation aircraft model of Boeing 747-400 in the special British Airways colors of Scotland? Now the choice is yours. Simply leave the name of the airline that you would like to see a review of in the comment section below. The aircraft with the most votes will be the one we see in the 100th episode of Review.